Welcome back. Our next guest is a renowned New Jersey-based psychic medium, spiritual counselor, and a healer. And in her latest book, Your Life After Their Death, A Medium's Guide to Healing After Loss, she's helping many people enjoy life once again after experiencing the loss of a loved one. Welcome, Karen Noe.
Hi, it's great to be here.
Well, we love having you here, and you and I have really had some very intimate moments back before, while we were both getting made up for this set here, before we came on, and my mother came through.
Yes, she did. Can we speak about that?
I think we can speak about it. Yeah,
she was just saying she wanted peace between you and your sister. She mentioned Judy by name, and she was showing me that your hands holding each other's hands. She just sees the bigger perspective. She wants peace between the two of you.
And also, peace in the family. So
That's
and
right.
that makes sense.
And you were asking other questions, and she was focused on peace. She wanted peace in the family.
Right. But I think that's always been very important to her. So when people come to you, oftentimes they come to you after a loved one has passed, and maybe there's some unresolved issues, or they want more information. What are they usually asking for?
They're wanting to know if their loved ones are okay, for the most part. And the bottom line, after many years of doing this, I've been doing this about 15 years now, the bottom line is the deceased loved ones are okay. It's the ones who are here on Earth that are not okay. And that's why I wrote the book. There's all different chapters on how to heal the living loved ones.
Your life after their death, right. And so, and it's important because, like you said, oftentimes we the living are left, well, did I say the right things? Did I say I love you? Was I a good person? Especially when we're taking care of some of our family. Did I do enough? Was I good enough? So what are some ways for them to heal?
Well, there's so many ways for them to heal, but I think the most important, and I am a medium, however,
and we'll get to that.
We'll talk about that, but I want to empower everyone to understand that they can do what I'm doing, to understand how the messages are coming to them. So it's not about me, it's about them, how they can learn how to do this.
Which is important, because a lot of people need to know. I mean, yes, it's important, like I got that message from my mother, thank you, Karen.
Yes.
But it's also important to know that we can do that.
Absolutely.
So what are some ways that we can actually be able to get in touch with our loved ones?
Well, the most important thing is to ask them to give you signs. Right. And there are so many signs that they're giving us.
Well, I told you this. I told you a sign. My mother, and some people again in our audience won't believe it, but my mother.
Oh, they will.
Okay, my
You'll
mother
be surprised.
For years has flickered the lights on and off, and when she does that, I always say, "Hi, Mom." To me, it's her way of saying hello.
Pay attention, I'm here. That's what she's saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are some other
There's
signs?
so many ways that they're coming to us. They could come, they're using their energy to come inside of a bird, a ladybug, a butterfly to let us know they're around us. But it wouldn't be any animal. It would be something that stands out.
It's connected
something,
to you, right?
They're not always a bird, a ladybug, or a butterfly. Right. It's just for that brief period of time to let us know they're around us.
So how do we know that it's not a ladybug, a bird, a butterfly?
I'll tell you. I'll give you some examples. I have so many examples.
Okay, tell us a story, too.
My own friend Marion passed a few years ago. Now what happens after we pass, we retain the same personality as we had when we were here on Earth. So if you were quiet, you're still quiet when you're coming through with messages. If you were loud, you're still loud.
Right.
And sarcastic, you're still the same way.
Still that same who you are, so people can know too, right?
So they know it's typical of them. So my friend Marion was both loud and sarcastic. I loved her dearly, but that's what she was.
Right.
So I wrote her a letter, and that's one of the methods I talk about in the book, is to write our deceased loved ones a letter telling them how much you love them and if you want to forgive them, forgiveness and all of that. But at the end of the letter I wrote, Marion, let me know if you're aware of what I have written to you. 2 days later, this is a real story, I'm walking down the stairs to my house. I'm putting the letters in my mailbox. I'm walking down, and there is a bird in the driveway screaming at the top of its lungs. Wah! Screaming. And my first response, because I know about signs, I said, oh my God, Marion, you're here. Thank you, Marion. Thank you so much. I'm crying. And my neighbors are looking at me like I've lost it. But the bird followed me. Now, birds don't typically do this. Flew, when I was walking down the path, flew next to me on top of the mailbox and just kept screaming at me. I had my cell phone in my pocket. I took it out and I called my son who was in the house and I said, Marion's here, quick, come outside. And he said, huh? I said, Tim, just come outside, Marion's here. And he witnessed the whole thing.
So he gets you.
Oh, he knows.
Oh, okay, he knows.
Oh, he knows.
Okay, good. Oh,
2
he's
days
grown
later,
up with you, too.
2 days later, a mutual friend, a bird flew. She opened the sliding glass door to her kitchen. She just painted her house. A bird flew into the house.
That was
just
Marion?
say dirtied all the walls,
Right.
and then flew back out. And she called me up. My friend's name is Carol, and she said, Marion was here. I said, oh my God, what did she do to you? I'll tell you what she did to me.
Thank you. We're going to be back with you right
Sure.
after the break. We'll have more with Kara Noe, and we'll be back in just a moment. So your friend.